Clicking on the top, you have device, account, Wi-Fi, power, storage, security, keyboard, accessibility, and about. All of these will show different things. You have connect to Wi-Fi to update, your Wi-Fi, your power. You can pause the video at any point. Storage, security, keyboard, accessibility, and about. On the front, you have notebooks, you have documents, ebooks, and bookmarks. And if you go to My Files, you get some ways to immediately start quick sheets and start writing right away. You do have buttons on the bottom as well, so that's really nice to have some physical buttons on there for page turning purposes and whatnot. The Sony has no home screen. This is your home screen. Pressing the button at the top will increase your home screen, but that's it. That's all you have. The home screen is actually your list of documents. You have return to document, the list of documents, which is all your documents. And it's funny because everything will be written saying .pdf, but it doesn't run anything else. You can't do anything else on this device but PDFs. So keep that in mind. Folders, received, samples, note, and things you sideloaded like the PDF we put on there. You can go to all notes. This will show all of your notes. And if you go to create new note, it will create a new note. We'll show you this during the note-taking segment. And if you go to settings, cancel that. And if you go to settings, this will be the final menu. And you have Wi-Fi settings, Bluetooth, NFC, Wi-Fi access point, system settings, etc. Very important note, you cannot connect to Wi-Fi with this device. That sounds weird, but it's true. You need to plug this in to the Sony DPT application. From there, you can sign into your home Wi-Fi, McDonald's, Starbucks, etc. You cannot even type in your information on this. You have to go through the digital paper app. Let's look at the styluses, or styli. We've been talking a lot about styluses lately because it is very important and it's necessary to these devices. The remarkable stylus is anything but its name. It is not remarkable. It's made out of plastic. It does have a very nice graphite nib, and they do give you 8 replacement nibs, and they give you a nib in the little chamber here. So that's really cool. But their over-reliance on the whole nib thing leaves a lot out. There's no button for highlighting or erasing, and there's no erasing function on it at all. If you've been watching our videos lately, you've heard me say this 2 or 3 times. This is the most maintenance-heavy pen you can buy. You get the pen for free with the device, of course, but it needs to be charged. And actually, before we started this video, it said pen battery out. And we feel that even with a new pen, because we have a couple here, they always seem to die every 2 to 5 days of constant use. And that isn't a whole lot, but that is because the lithium-ion battery on board isn't actually that big, and there's no milliamp writing on here, so we don't even know how big it is. It does have a magnet snap that goes onto the side of the device, but it does fall out very easily. This pen's nice though. It's made out of aluminum, it's nicely weighted, and it does have both an eraser button and a highlight button, which we'll show, and it still features the same graphite nib that the Remarkable does, but this one wears out almost faster than any other pen we've ever seen. In fact, this one's at a little bit of an angle, and they only give you 2 replacement nibs, and to buy more nibs, it's $29 American. It does have an LED indicator as well, and a little strap, because most Japanese devices have these little loops for those phone strap keychain things. The Remarkable has many different options, and many options within those options. For example, the pen has some normal lines, some thicker lines, and ballpoint. That's very nice. Under pencil, this one's one of the coolest because you have pencil and it looks like a pencil. Or you can do shading, so you get the same pencil, but if you hold the device, well, the pen, on an angle, you can actually do some pretty extreme shading. So you can write normally and say, here, let me draw that box I always draw because I'm so good at it. Oh, I'm going to shade this because it's in the shadows or something like that. I can't draw. And the harder you press the shading, the harder the line becomes as well. So that's all really nice. We'll skip down to eraser so we can clean the page up a little bit. So we can use the eraser, which that's the only way to use the pen nib because the back doesn't do it. And you can do area erase, so you can go like that, or just wipe everything away. You can use the ink pen, I think the official name is, and we'll just go to the max. And you can push really hard for a thick bleed, or you can make these nice hairlines. And you see, if you let up on your pressure, you see that it actually does spread out the ink like you would on an actual pen. And it's kind of cool. And they have 3 colors. So they have light gray, gray, and white. Oh, sorry, light gray, black, and white. They have highlighter as well, and highlighter is very nice. It basically just draws the respective color and makes it super opaque. Again, we'll erase. So we're going to draw a box one more time because it's a very nice shape, and I'm good at it. Then we use the selector tool. We can select that range and move it around. You can do a bunch of things like rotate. You can expand. You can't actually change the aspect ratio. You can only just make it bigger or smaller. Or you can stamp it or copy it. And that's really nice if you've drawn something really intricate and you want to save it. You do have zoom as well, so that will allow you to zoom in a little bit. And there's a percentage marker here, so you can zoom in and press that to go to the respective percentage, or just press plus and minus. That'll do it too. Now, one of the coolest things is layers. So for example, you see those 2 boxes. If I create a new layer, layer 2, and I get my highlighter pen and I draw all over the box, and then I get my ink pen and I draw over that, and I said, oh no, I don't like any of that. Well, I can use my eraser and erase it, and you would think it gets rid of the box, but it's actually only affecting the top layer. So it only affects the layer you're working on if you choose that layer. Very Photoshop-y type of feel to it, and it is really nice. You have some extra options here: templates, landscape, live view beta. Templates is very nice because they actually give you a lot, and we've never seen this many on any device other than the Remarkable, and they give you quite a bit of them. I'm not going to count them, but there are a lot of them, and there's different kinds too. There's grids and line, medium, and storyboards, and a whole bunch of stuff that you don't even have to worry about drawing backgrounds or loading in your own, because it's just have a whole bunch here. The Sony has far less options, but it offers the best writing feel. So as you're drawing, you do get a very nice noise. It's a very perfect torque when you're writing on the page. You get that nice drag, and it's a really good resistance as well. In terms of changing everything, you can go red and blue, and what that basically means is if I have red on and I'm marking papers and I'm like wrong, 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 fake news, it will actually all render itself into this gray kind of look. And then when I go blue and I do my signature or whatever, it will be dark. So when you export this page, these will be red and these will be in blue. It actually will show colors on the end result. No, there is no pressure sensitivity on this pen, so you actually have to select your line thickness, and there are only 5. Eraser size is good because you can actually press this button here and erase everything. The animation itself is slow, but the erasing function is very quick, so you can just zip over everything and away it goes. Next, what we're going to do is draw this box that I usually draw. Very nice. And we'll go here down to area selection. So I'm going to select a little bit of the box, and it will isolate some elements, and I can go cut. Then I look up here at the clipboard and I can press this, and it will tap the pen, tap the location where you want it to paste it right there. I can move it around. I can't actually change anything on it, and it does go into this kind of A2 mode-esque mode when you're moving it around, but you can make your fine adjustments, and it's actually really nice, a lot smoother than a lot of other devices, because for example, even though you have that lag, it's very, very accurate, and you can move it like tenths of a millimeter, I don't even know what that's called, micrometer, I don't know, at a time. It's very nice. This is actually really cool because you can display documents side by side. So you've actually split the entire UI of the device into 2. And I'll show you that because if you tap on this, it will be the exact same as if you tap on that. And you can choose either thing on either side. You're not restricted to just notes and just something. So you can do your notes here and say this is important, etc. And you can go over here and say, yep, that's to what I was referring. And you can use the highlight button to actually highlight all the text you want. It's all very quick, this device. You can highlight over 11 times on the same things that you've highlighted, and it just turns different shades of black and gray. And they operate autonomously. So you can see I've already done some notes on all these parts, and I can just erase them if I want, and it just keeps going. This device is very snappy, it's very quick, and its feel is next to none. When it comes to functionality and customization, the Remarkable takes it. It just can do way more. It has tons of options, it has layers, it has the ability to hold your pencil sideways and shade. But when it comes to the overall price and what's more important, the realistic writing feel, you can't beat the Sony. It's $150 less than the Remarkable, it's super lightweight, and the pen is one of the greatest on the market. I hope this really showed you guys which one does what and what is better suited for you. If you guys have any other questions, comments, or concerns, let us know in the comment section down below, and keep checking into goodyreader.com. We try to do a video a day, but we'll try to pump out as much content if we can. For goodyreader.com, this is Peter.